Everybody, what's going on? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kieran, and today I'm going to be doing something I've never done before, which is a pick a card reading. So maybe y'all motherfuckers are into that. So what I'm going to be doing is it's going to be for December. Okay, so this is basically just what's going to come, what's about to happen for you in December, right? So for the rest of the month, it's just what you can expect to happen for you. So it could be some energy, could be some events or something like that. Could just be some advice, right? Whatever it may be. So it's just what's coming this month, all right? Because there's still quite a bit left. So what we have here, four different choices, okay? There is a quarter, okay, that's this one right here. So that's pile number one, okay? We have pile number two, which is a dime, okay? We have pile number three, which is a nickel, and we have pile number four, which is a penny. Okay, so I don't really know what the angle is like for you guys watching this. I don't know how to edit videos properly, and I need some more equipment. But for now, this is my first time, so hopefully it's good enough. And furthermore, hopefully I'll put the timestamps in there. But for all those people who watch this and know how to do it to where it lights up as like a hyperlink or whatever, and it takes you right to that moment in the video. If you guys do that, that's so awesome because I don't know how to do that and I don't know how to edit videos so very much obliged. I'd appreciate that. Okay, so what these cards are made up of: regular tarot on the bottom. On top of that is kind of like some psychic oracle cards, and then on top is guidance cards, basically advice from spirit about what's going to happen this month. Okay, so without further ado, you guys, I'll give you like 30 seconds or so to just pick whichever one you want. Pause the video, I guess. I'm not actually going to give you 30 seconds. That seemed a bit ridiculous. But pause the video if you need to and just pick whichever one is called to you. Not that big of a deal. Usually go with your first instinct and just trust your intuition on this. So whatever one you feel called to, that's the one you pick. Don't pick a quarter just because you like quarters. I mean, maybe that's actually good enough. Who am I to say, right? But just take a moment, pause it, pick which one, okay? And without further ado, I'm just going to start with pile number one, which is right here, which is the quarter, okay? So I'm just going to move this stuff out of my way, and we will get started, all right? And again, this is the first time I've ever done a pick a card reading, so you'll have to forgive me for how awkward it's going to be. And I'm already pretty awkward, so this is it's actually pretty fun. All right, so again, quarter pile, okay? So this is what's coming for you. It's pile number one. This is what's coming for you guys in the month of December. So if you pick this card, expect these events to happen, okay? So I'm just going to read them as they come out, okay? So what we have for you guys this month in order, okay, is Eight of Swords, okay? So that's kind of about feeling trapped, right? We have the Six of Wands, okay? So this is about victory and success, reaching an objective. We then have the Strength card, which is a major arcana, which means it's a larger type of energy going on behind these types of day-to-day activities. So the Strength card is, obviously speaking to strength, it's about having courage, and it's about having the necessary inner resolve and empowerment in order to get through, right? So that's a very positive card to get, especially next to the Six of Wands. And then finally we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is about your prosperity increasing. So you can expect this to be like some type of offer or something, right? It's also really great for moving house, okay? We then have three of these psychic cards. I forget what it's called, the actual name of the deck, but it doesn't matter and I don't care. So what we have here is we have five. We have emotional loss, okay, with this chubby looking white guy. So after that we have six, third eye chakra, okay? So this is definitely just, guys might be focusing on your third eye a little bit this month, might be opening up for you, which is of course your psychic abilities. And then we have three, which is heartache and loss, right? So something's going on there. And then for the two cards that we have, which I have a little booklet which I'll read, which I didn't even show to the camera actually properly. Okay, it's a Nature Speak Oracle. What we have is the Redwood, which is Ancient Teachings, and we then have Palm, which is Apply Past Lessons, okay? So I'll be looking at those two as well. All right, so let's just get started on what this looks like for you guys, all right? For number one, again, what's coming in December, all right? So let's start with the psychic stuff because I just wanted to get into that real quick, all right? So what these oracle cards are saying with emotional loss, third eye chakra, and heartache and loss is a couple things really, but the first thing that really comes through here is that your third eye chakra is opening up this month. So this is about psychic abilities. This is about your intuition. This is about seeing things for what they really are. And the fact that you have it next to emotional loss and heartache and loss, which is the five, this emotional loss is kind of like the Five of Cups a little bit, and the three here, the heartache and loss is kind of like the Three of Swords. Okay, so with the third eye chakra, this is kind of opening up. This is kind of saying you're going to start looking at the relationships around you and realizing what needs to go. So you might actually have to end some relationships. You might be in a relationship and you need to end it because your third eye chakra is becoming very aware of, or you're becoming very aware with your third eye chakra opening up about the types of relationships in your life, right? About the things that you may, you may notice, right? For me, there's a lot of friends, so to speak, that I have in my life, and I realize that they aren't really my friends, right? And a great way of looking at this is, people that, only want to hang out with you based upon X and Y, right? So basically condition, right? Now, as far as relationships go, same type of thing. If you're in a relationship that isn't fulfilling you, making you happy, your third eye chakra is opening up this month to help you understand what needs to go, and that this might involve some type of ending or preparation or something, right? That this might need to be ended so something new can begin. And right now what's going on in December is there is a lot of loss and a lot of change happening right now because 2020 is such a powerful year, and a lot of stuff in people's lives are actually falling apart in order for something new to begin. I'll tell you guys straight up right now, as far as personal life, I just had to pay like $600 for my car to get it fixed, which isn't even actually fully fixed. And business partnership falling apart, house is falling apart. I'm not sure I want to stay in school. Outgrowing friends, the awakening process getting much more harder to deal with, forcing changes, habits changing. Like everything in my life is kind of shifting, basically around this location, which to me intuitively makes me feel that I'll be moving soon, probably to a different country. So a lot of stuff in my life has to fall apart, and that's why you would have emotional loss, heartache, and loss, right? Third eye chakra. So this is kind of some energy that I can relate to, and maybe you can as well. Secondly, what's going on with this, right, is that it could be as well that your third eye chakra is opening up about past relationships, past loss. So let's just say you've had a relationship that doesn't make too much sense, or there's some aspects of a relationship you've had which aren't, you still haven't received the clarity on, essentially, right? This could be soulmate relationship, an ex, narcissist, twin flame, one-time fling that you had at a dive bar, whatever. We've all been there. The idea is that your third eye is going to be looking at all this stuff, and you're going to have some clarity about past relationships and about even your own struggles and your own emotional issues. So maybe right now you're having some spiritual depression. Third eye chakra is opening up to allow you to see things for what they really are during that. Okay, so that's really powerful. It doesn't really speak to me as if you're going to experience something that's so painful, though a lot of things are falling apart right now. But this third eye chakra is saying you're going to be able to see the things that are falling apart rather than be a victim of it. And I think that's why the third eye chakra is opening up, because you're becoming more powerful. Time to get out of that victim mode. All the stuff that I just talked about with you, my third eye chakra is quite open. So I can see the reasons, the spiritual reasons, and why everything is happening the way that it is. So things don't really affect me as much. Doesn't mean they're not annoying. It's still kind of a pain in the ass. But if I feel like a victim, maybe for a couple hours at the most a day. But 4 or 5 months ago, if something bad happened, like my car breaking down, that would have thrown me for a loop for like 2 or 3 weeks, believe it or not, which is kind of pathetic. But third eye's opening now, okay, so maybe you guys can relate with that energy a little bit. So let's move on to just these tarot cards here, okay? So again, we have the Eight of Swords, which is about feeling trapped. So right now at this current moment, or in your recent past, you may feel like you've been trapped. That you're trapped in a location, trapped in a place, trapped in a relationship, as we're talking about, trapped in something that doesn't make any sense to you, because with this card, right, this crow here is blindfolded, meaning, of course, that it cannot see what is around it, right? And naturally, because it's a crow and it has wings, if it were to remove its blindfold, it could fly away and get out of these swords, right? Presumably, anyway. So this is talking about the idea that things in your life have kept you blindfolded, have kept you in this kind of rut. You might be feeling stagnant at this time. But having the Six of Wands after is telling me that in December, as this month goes along, you're actually going to be reaching an objective, reaching a goal, right? So whatever it is that you've wished for the most, or maybe the thing that you need the most at this time that you've been wishing for, whether it's money, a new place to live, an opportunity of a job, whatever that may be, right? That is coming for you this month. Okay, this is reaching an objective. This is reaching a goal. So you're basically coming out of this Eight of Swords energy quite suddenly. You're going from feeling trapped to feeling victorious almost overnight. Okay, which is really, really great. We then have the Strength card. So whatever this is, whatever does happen to you, it's going to give you an incredible amount of strength. It's going to renew your energy. You're going to be feeling strong again, but not just physically, that energy, right? So you're going to have the courage to face your fears. Whatever this is going to give you that extra needed boost. Essentially going to have more confidence, and as you have more confidence, you naturally have more strength, and you're able to deal with life's challenges a little bit better, as well as have an idea of grace. With strength, there's always this idea of grace, and grace is about handling life's problems with a type of gentle attitude, being able to nurture almost the incredible power inside of you to channel it correctly, right? So something like, we have lots of energy, we have lots of power inside of us, just this raw energy. And if it isn't channeled correctly, like usually in some creative sense, it usually just stays there and it's kind of backed up, right? And it can cause like a lot of issues emotionally, right? But the Strength card here is saying that for this month, whatever this event is, whatever does happen that gives you this good news, essentially, you will have this incredible amount of strength again, and you'll just feel like you can take on the world, and you'll be feeling like that lion, right? And then the crow on top of the lion as it's roaring or yawning, I'm not sure what it's doing, but the crow on top of its face there is basically kind of telling you that you're gonna, the crow is able to, be on top of this lion and not worry, right? It's on top of its face, almost in its blind spot. It's able to control, essentially, this massive amount of power and energy coming from this lion, which is exactly what you guys are going to be going on with you, okay? And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So to me, this is speaking to a new opportunity, but whatever this Six of Wands is, the Knight of Pentacles is saying that it is going to increase your financial abundance. This has a couple meanings, right? It definitely is about prosperity increasing, but it's a great card to have if you've been thinking about moving, such as me, or if you're just wanting like some new roommates, or you wanting to just find a new place to live, something better for you, or you're looking for a job that pays you more. I recently just quit a job that I hated because it sucked. It was GNC, so if you guys ever go into GNC, do me a favor and don't, because it sucks. But the Knight of Pentacles is saying that for sure, this is probably whatever the Six of Wands is, definitely related to something about your life increasing your prosperity. Okay, now it could be love, but I do not see it so much as love, only because of this heartache and loss and emotional loss, right? So I see it as you kind of like coming to terms with your love life during this month, but that there is something very, very good. But the Six of Wands also does kind of talk about feelings being declared. So it could be a little bit of both, right? You never know. There are the kind of two stories, and of course, this is more general rather than personal. So you're just going to have to take what resonates, right? But what's coming through very, very strongly for sure is some kind of prosperity increasing in your financial or material world, right? But as far as relationships is concerned, somebody could definitely be declaring their feelings for you, which could lead you, again, having that strength, and then maybe another event triggers that. Or this feelings of declaration, allows you guys to maybe move into with each other, just become closer, or maybe share your resources with each other, all right? So that's pretty positive, okay? It's just the third eye is opening up, so there might be some difficulties along the way during this month as you just release a lot of stuff. But as the more you release, the more it comes in, okay? So let me just read these two cards. Again, it is Palm, Apply Past Lessons, and it is the Redwood, Ancient Teachings, okay? So I'm just going to read what these guided messages mean for you, okay? So hopefully they make sense, and if they don't, then don't blame me. Blame the random, boring, ugly-looking guy who made this deck, okay? I probably shouldn't call him ugly. I don't even know what he looks like. All right, so let's find this because it's somewhere in alphabetical order. All right, so we're starting with Palm, which is Apply Past Lessons, okay? So, remember your past lessons, especially in group dynamics. There is occurring a variation of something happened in the not-so-distant past. Be cautious. Be protective by remembering what worked and didn't work for you, and adjust your actions accordingly. Ask for help from the angels, for they work strongly through the spirit of the palm, okay? So, Again, apply past lessons. This kind of is definitely with this heartache and loss and emotional loss, right? That's why your third eye chakra is opening up to allow you to see the patterns in your relationships that may or may not be negative, right? Or that aren't serving you, aren't in your alignment. Again, people using you maybe. So pay attention to who you're getting close with, pay attention to who you have been close with, and pay attention to your recent past to allow you to understand yourself a little bit more, okay? Apply your past lessons and ask your spirit guides, the universe, whatever, angels for some advice on that, okay? Ask for some signs, ask for some support, because they will give it to you. Maybe not in the time frame that you want, but they will give it to you. So let's move on to Redwood, which is ancient teachings, okay? So here we go, okay? So pay attention to your dreams, as this ancient insight and wisdom will reflect itself in your dreams increasingly in the coming months. Your life is taking on a new meaning and a new perspective, and you will come to understand circumstances of your past in a new light. It is a call for you to begin following your vision, okay? Again, literally what I was saying about this third eye chakra, understanding the events that are happening to you, perfect, okay? It all lines up, it's all in alignment, which I love to see, because it just means that the message is coming through quite clear for you guys. So again, pay attention to the signs of the universe, pay attention to your dreams. There's a lot of wisdom around you. And remember, guys, you actually have a lot of the answers you need inside of yourself. So if you can take some time, and I know people don't like to hear this, but meditate, something that I need to do more personally, but just find some time for yourself, because you actually do have a lot of the answers in you. And it's something as simple as 10 minutes a day, just maybe resting on your bed or whatever, and just being in silence, if you can find that, right? I know it's kind of difficult for some people have kids, whatever else people have got going on, jobs that demand a lot of them, so a lot of that type of stuff going on. But just try to find some of your, try to find some downtime, and try to just remember your own power, some of your own ancient wisdom as well, okay? So that is pile number 1. I hope it resonated with you guys. I'm going to put all this stuff away, so hopefully this made sense for pile number 1, okay? All right, guys. So that being said, I'm going to move on, all right? All right. So this is going to be pile number 2, okay? So this is for those of you who chose a dime, all right? I don't know what time we're at here, 17. So, dime, okay? So let's start with the tarot again. So this is, of course, what is happening to you in the month of December, which is this month. All right, so we will take a look. All right, guys, so this seems like a pretty good month for you guys. So we have the Knight of Wands, okay? This is very fast energy right here, a lot of passion, stuff picking up for you. We have the Four of Wands, type of union success card, great if you're a twin flame. We then have the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. And then we have the Four of Pentacles, which is about holding on to things, kind of being a little bit greedy, miser, sometimes just a refusal to let go of something, okay? Then for your psychic cards, we have 6, moving on, okay? We then have the 5, I don't know, 5 of what, who knows, wisdom, okay? And then we have 20, which is truth, okay? So that's pretty good. Wisdom and truth next to each other is pretty important. And then for your oracle cards, for your nature speak, we have spring, which is a new growth. And then we have marshland, which is transition and change, right? So again, let me start, as I did with the first reading, with these bottom psychic cards, okay? So we have moving on, first and foremost, okay? This is kind of the equivalent of the 6 of Swords, I believe. But the idea here is you're going to be moving on from a negative situation, right? You're going to be going into a more positive situation. This is kind of a mental energy. It could also mean a physical move that you're going to be making, but essentially you are leaving a situation or a person or an idea or a belief system, a perspective behind, and going into something that's just better for you. You can see that there's a sort of darkness behind this old-looking white dude, Gandalf the gray-looking guy, and heading into light, right? And he's got a thing in his hand. I don't know, what is that, like a watch, a clock? I don't know. It looks like a weird stone or a fish, but I assume it's a clock. So you can see that it's just moving on to a better place, actually conserving your energy, and literally making better use of your time, right? You're heading into this new direction, heading into this place of light, which is great. And what's funny about that is immediately after, we're surrounded by light. We have the 5, right, which is about wisdom. You can see this huge sun here as this guy's looking at basically the horizon, which is the sun, of course, representing some type of hope, but of course about joyfulness, the sun rising, right? That darkest before the dawn energy. So recently, you guys might have been undergoing a lot of just recent changes. Maybe you guys are coming out of a kind of dark night of the soul, some kind of, or just a bad situation, right? And you guys are trying to rectify that. The wisdom card here is saying that definitely there's this powerful energy coming to you, which is going to allow you to see things in a new light. So this is definitely about your perspective changing. More than anything, during this month, you guys are going to be undergoing a huge type of awakening process, right? Spiritual awakening, definitely on a mental note, right? So your perspective definitely becoming in alignment with who you are more. And then we have the truth card with the 20, right? So this is, I'm going to go ahead and say it's about truth. It's about getting an answer that you need, right? So if you guys have been wanting an answer for a situation, you guys are going to be getting it, right? Now this could be coming from the form of a person, could be just a universal type of wisdom coming through your own consciousness, right? Having an epiphany or a download of some sort, or it could be a number of things. But you are going to be hearing some information this week, either externally or internally. Not this week, sorry, this month, that allows you guys to finally understand the truth. So your perspective is changing for sure. You guys are learning some new wisdom, getting some new insights, getting some downloads, becoming more spiritually aware of yourself, and again, some type of truth coming in for you guys. Now, I normally do twin flame type of channel and other kind of videos. My tarot readings are usually based on twin flames. So again, if you're a twin flame watching this video, it could be something like that, finally getting clarity about your twin flame, because up here we did have the Four of Wands, which is kind of like a twin flame card, if such a thing existed, right? So basically boil that down to your perspective is changing this month, guys. A lot of downloads, information, having an epiphany. So you've been waiting for an answer about something, a question on your mind that has been keeping you up, right? Expect that to come in through this month, all right? So moving on to the normal kind of tarot cards. We have the Knight of Wands in the first position, okay? And the Knight of Wands is all about events picking up, blockages being lifted. So first and foremost, if you have been feeling stuck either in work, relationships, in just your life in general, if you've been feeling stagnant, maybe in a place where you just don't feel comfortable, Knight of Wands is saying something unexpected is about to happen, something is about to occur, events are about to pick up very, very quickly. If I could snap my fingers, I would right now, just to make it a point of how quick things are going to appear. But I can't, so I won't. But something great, something big is actually about to happen for you guys, okay? Because we have the Four of Wands. Now this is right next to the Nine of Cups, okay? So this is about a wish coming true this month. It probably has more to do with love, okay? This is definitely a very strong love type of reading going on here, especially with these down here. It makes me think that you're going to be getting some truth about a situation of a past love or a current love or even a prospective love. I'm sure I fucked that word up, but I think you get the point. Four of Wands is about union, okay? You can see these two cards come with, like these two crows here, right? I assume they're kissing. I hope that's what they're doing. I don't really know what that is. I've never seen crows have sex, so I'm not too sure what's going on there, but I assume they're a couple. And Four of Wands is also about marriage and stuff like that. So events picking up. You guys might be, meeting the one type of thing, the person that you might be marrying. As far as business goes, Four of Wands, Knight of Wands is a great card for moving. It's a great card for projects being completed. So if you've been having anything that you've wanted, really this nine of Cups, something big is about to happen for you guys in regards to that, right? So you guys are going to be wishing for something that you guys have been longing for, and it's coming true. I strongly feel it has to do with love. And again, down here with these psychic cards, I feel like because it has to do with love, it's definitely going to be some truth or clarity coming in that helps you change your perspective. So, your perspective on love might change, and then suddenly, like, oh my God, the one comes in, right? Because you might have let go of somebody from the past with that moving on. But it also could just be about the fact that you do meet somebody that is the one, and because you do, it actually increases your perspective, right? So there could be a cause and effect type of event that happens in either direction, right? You could meet somebody first and then that could change, or you could be changing and then meet somebody immediately after, right? It depends on how it is for each person, right? It's a general reading. And then the Four of Pentacles is essentially saying that you're going to need to let go of something in order for this to happen. Okay, so again, with the perspective. So there is a perspective, there is an idea, there is a belief system, there is a habit maybe, because it's a financial card, or material, it definitely something is going to have to be left behind. To me, it means in the physical. Okay, so you're going to have to leave something behind that you have maybe possibly enjoyed at some point. Okay, now that's one definition of it. The other definition is that this event, whatever it is, actually causes you to hold on to it. meaning that it could be something that you like so much that you just kind of refuse to kind of like let go of it a little bit, or it just comes into your life and you're like, oh my god, like I'm never going to let this go, which is positive in a way because it's essentially saying that you're not going to be taking this for granted. Okay, so there's two kinds of meanings going on there as well. All right. But ultimately, it's very, very good for this month. So yeah, again, in December, you guys are having a wish fulfilled. Strong love energy coming in, and events are about to pick up for you guys a lot. So definitely for your business life and your love life, events picking up, okay? But it could go either way, because Four of Wands and Knight of Wands could be like about love, or it could be about just your own career and your own projects really, really picking up, okay? But because you have the Nine of Cups, but that is an emotional card, so I strongly feel that this is definitely involved with a relationship, but again, general reading, okay? So let us read, okay, Spring, New Growth, and the Marshland, Transition and Change, all right? So these are just advice cards and just guidance from Spirit to help you out, understand what's happening to you this month. We'll see if I can find this, because I know it's in alphabetical order or some shit. Spring, all right. So, New Growth, okay? Seeds begin to sprout and grow, working their way out of the earth. Animals prepare homes for the young to be born. Migrant birds return, and cold-blooded animals emerge from their winter hibernation. Plants and animals appearing in the spring teach us how to herald a coming forth in our own life. They teach us how to initiate new activities. A new gift, a new birth is at hand. Okay, so that last sentence was really all I needed to tell you what's about to happen for you guys. You guys are about to receive a gift. Okay? I don't know what kind of gift. It doesn't have to be something in the material, as in like something you wrap up in a nice little pink box, but it could be something like that. It's definitely something that you've wanted, definitely something you're not going to expect coming with the Knight of Wands, probably not even from the person that you expect, but it is coming in. Okay, but it also could be a universal gift because, again, you have wisdom and truth, so you are receiving something that you've always wanted. Again, a wish being fulfilled. A wish being fulfilled could be something as simple as, I wish I knew the truth about this situation. I wish I knew the truth about this situation. Whatever, that's coming in, okay? The gift is about to be given to you guys in whatever form that takes, okay? So be open to it because you never know what kind of gift is going to actually come your way and how it looks like, okay? Because sometimes a gift is a universal meeting with somebody, right? Like if you were to meet, again, the one, right? The person that you're meant to be with, your soulmate, twin flame type of thing. Probably soulmate in this case. Twin flames, kind of hard to come by. But whoever you're about to be, holy shit, I just had a stroke trying to say that sentence. Whoever you're about to meet, that in itself could be a gift, okay? So don't just think that a gift means somebody giving you something, okay? But it could be. So let's go on to the Marshland, which is about transition and change. Yeah, boy. Let me see if I can find this. All right, here we go. Now is the time to make changes. They are going to happen anyway. It is a part of life. Clean out the old, make room for the new, embrace the change, and your creativity and productivity will increase by leaps and bounds. Your emotions will not become clear until you embrace the changes. Okay, guys, so that's pretty simple, straightforward. So this is a time of change for you guys. December is a change energy because 2020 is a really, really big year for everybody. 2019 was all about letting go. So I can tell you that most certainly that this month is kind of a rush of events. So there might be a lot of stuff that you need to let go. This also intuitively just tells me you should be cleaning up, taking care of your physical space, because once you do that, it allows the energy and things to actually allow the new to come in. So get rid of as many things as you can, and I think that really corresponds with the moving on, because again, you're moving on from a negative situation, negative relationship, negative people, negative ideas, just pessimistic attitudes, whatever it may be, just a period in your life which wasn't serving you. And so in order to really transition out of that, in order to get into this better energy which is going on with pretty much every card here, you're going to need to just embrace the changes and let them go. So if you have any bad habits, try to let them go during this time. I'll share a little bit about my self. There was a point in my life, I'm 26 right now, but believe it or not, I started smoking weed when I was 23, 24. It really, really helped with my spiritual awakening. But I've recently had to quit it, so to speak. Though I've struggled in the process of doing so because it no longer serves me and my vibration is too high and it just kind of brings me down, makes me really lazy. If I smoke weed now, basically one, it'll numb my creativity, it'll numb my progress in life, but I'll also just end up eating 14 Reese's peanut butter cups, and I can't be doing that. So as much as I love chocolate, I can't be doing that type of stuff. So it's kind of a habit that I've had to let go of because you're trying to embrace the change, okay? So guys, just remember that. Let go as many things that you know aren't serving you at this time, because the faster that you do that, the more quickly this energy is going to come in, okay? All right, guys, so that's number 2. So I hope it resonated. Let me know if it did. And I'm going to move on to number 3. Okay? Cool. Thanks so much for watching, guys. All right. So number 3. This is for those of you who picked a nickel. Okay? Here's the nickel. Not that you guys are wondering what it looked like, but that's a nickel. So good shit. Good shit. All right, guys. So let me start again. Number 3, again, what's coming to you in December? All right. So some of these cards are upside down. All right. So which order? Okay. So first card was the 3 of Swords, heartbreak, pain, that type of energy, recent breakup type of thing. We then have the Justice card. So that's pretty interesting. So it's about some type of balance. So having that after the 3 of Swords is definitely telling me something. We have the 6 of Swords, moving on from a negative situation, right? And we then have the 9 of Pentacles, all about comfort, material wealth, feeling reassured, feeling good, feeling healthy. All right, so let's get these psychic cards right here. Okay, so we have the 6, which is victory and success. This is kind of like the 6 of Wands a little bit. All right, so there's definitely something about to happen in your life. That's good. We then have the awareness card. I believe this is kind of like the Magician, right? If it had to be anything, it'd be the Magician. This guy does look like a fucking weirdo, so that does, to me, tell me Magician. I've never seen a normal looking Magician. And then 2, kind of like the High Priestess, we have intuition, okay? So definitely a lot of energy happening for you guys this month. And then for your 2 oracle cards, basically the advice, guidance from Spirit, we have sexual energy, which is the Orchid. All right, so that's pretty fun. And then we have wind changes coming, okay? So, as I do, I am going to start, as I did for the other 2, with the psychic cards, all right? So, first and foremost, victory and success. So this is basically, something's going to happen in your life this month. This is going to allow you to blow your trumpet. And no, that isn't a euphemism for masturbation. It just means that you are going to be feeling quite victorious. So something you're about to achieve this month, you're basically going to overcome something big. So for those of you, I feel like you've been struggling with something quite big in your life, and you're finally going to achieve what it is that you need, okay? Because it kind of correlates with the 3 of Swords up here, right? With that kind of heartbreak, right? So you guys might have had your heart broken. You guys might be getting over it. But with the awareness card and the intuition, the 1 and the 2, basically an ascending type of order going on here, you're going to be feeling like that you're in control of your life. So you are going to be meeting your own destiny, so to speak, this month. Basically coming to terms with who you are, coming to terms with your intuition, and finally being able to rise up and become empowered. Okay, so this is a very strong month of empowerment for those of you who chose number 3. Intuition, again, telling me that you guys are going to be quite focused on your intuition this month, that you guys are going to have be able to see almost the energies around you and be able to create and manifest your own reality. This is a very, very powerful month for spiritual awakening, so you guys might be really undergoing the next process of your spiritual awakening. Again, awareness is definitely about, your third eye a little bit. As a Magician card, it's kind of speaking as well about you being able to get the life that you want, and you feel, having the ability to use the energy around you to naturally sort of connect with yourself, connect with others, and definitely becoming more advanced, more spiritually grown. So this is a huge month for you guys as far as your spirituality is concerned. You guys are taking a lot of next steps, all right? And a lot of growth is happening for you guys. And again, victory and success. You guys are going to complete something. You are about to be able to blow your trumpet and finally achieve something that you've wanted. And this could be something as simple as overcoming, a negative mindset, overcoming past limitations. To me, this strongly feels, for those of you who picked this group, that you are essentially going to be feeling empowered this month. So you're going to go from feeling like a 0 to a hero, okay? And I think that's a lyric in a Katy Perry song. So, if it is, forgive me, because I usually don't accidentally quote Katy Perry. But it applies here, okay? So you guys are going to be feeling quite victorious this month. So you guys, I feel like strongly you guys have gotten over something quite bad. And that's why, and I'll use that to transition into the tarot, because your first card is the 3 of Swords, right? That's about heartbreak. So you guys have experienced some type of heartbreak, some type of pain, right? This could be a betrayal, could be someone cheated on you, could be just bad friends, whatever it may be. Maybe you had like a really bad pot roast and poisoned you. The idea here is that something negative occurred in your life, and it just really kind of, threw you for a loop, right? And that's why you have the Justice card coming after, right? So again, something really like a sense of justice or a sense of is going to be restored to you this month, right? So if you have had your heart broken and you have been feeling kind of depressed, again, something huge is about to come in and bring just balance to your life and just help you be like, oh, you know what? Screw this shit. That's really not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. And I'll tell you kind of an example. A couple of years ago, I was in a narcissistic relationship. I wasn't the narcissist, in case you're wondering. And it really, really broke my heart. It's actually probably the first time my heart was actually ever broken. I waited, I guess, until after high school to have that happen. But I was so upset over that relationship, and this is 2 or 3 years ago now. And maybe like 6 or 7 months after that type of heartbreak, maybe even less, I discovered a random website, and this actually led to my own spiritual awakening. But I just, at that point, like 6 or 7 months later, realized that she was a narcissist because I just found this website all about like narcissism and like the spiritual meanings behind it and stuff. And it was like a complete like justice and balance was brought in. I was like, oh shit, like that's why the whole relationship was fucked. And that's why it ended like this. And that's why I couldn't do X, Y, and Z and all this stuff, right? So to me, after that, I was like, oh, thank you. And then that's why you have the Six of Swords after here, because it's saying some kind of similar energy is going to come in. And it's going to allow you to see a situation clearly, and you're going to be like, oh, you know what? No big deal, I'm done. Screw this shit. I'm moving on. That's why you have the Six of Swords. So something big is about to occur, some type of dramatic balance coming in, which is going to allow you to be like, you know what? Screw this place. Six of Swords, because this bird is traveling overseas, so you might be traveling somewhere. It doesn't have to mean that you're actually going over an ocean, but the idea here is you might be moving physically, but it's a mental energy as well, so you're definitely getting over a situation and just being like, oh my god, like I can't believe I was so upset about this or that. Like things are fine like this because you have this new awareness, this new truth, right? And that directly correlates with the psychic energy going on with the awareness and the intuition, right? This is definitely connected with these cards up here, which I love to see, okay? And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. You have a butterfly sun, transformation, happiness, joy. And a wolf, which, I mean, that's a couple meanings there. Solitude, wisdom, stuff like that. And then a crow, of course. So, Nine of Pentacles, right? This is a material wealth. It's about feeling comfortable. So, to me, this is saying that you are actually moving into a situation where you feel more comfortable, more healthy, more vital, but also that your prosperity is going to increase quite suddenly. So, the Nine of Pentacles always kind of like tells me that, like, as far as your financial situation is going, something is going to occur for you guys this month that actually, like, just like takes care of all of your needs, right? So if you're moving on from a situation that hurt, you're going into a situation that makes you feel good, okay? So it's like a complete process happening this month. So you're getting over that heartbreak energy and definitely entering into a period where you're financially abundant, material abundance. So again, you could be moving physically into a place that has hurt you, that causes you pain, into a place that it actually supports you and does actually support your material abundance, okay? Now, it could be job-wise, right? Maybe the heartbreak was at job. Maybe you're betrayed by a job. I don't know. I recently quit a job myself. It definitely was kind of Three of Swords energy. It was very, very shitty. But, you know, I have other things going on, so I just decided to quit it. But it could be that, you know, again, moving on. And so a new job comes in, something new like that. Now, as far as relationships go, Nine of Pentacles is definitely telling me about material comfort. So if it was a relationship that's coming in, then it could be something like, you know, you move from one bad experience to a very, very good experience that actually allows you to have a lot, right? And to be comfortable and to be relaxed, right? But to me, it's definitely feeling about a type of situation. It doesn't feel like there's a new love coming in if you've picked this card, but it does feel like you guys are going to be in a space and an energy where you're kind of like, I don't even need like a love, like I don't give a shit, like look at me, I'm the man or I'm the woman, right? I'm this amazing person. So that's kind of the energy that's really, really going on. You guys getting over situations, you're just becoming fully empowered, right? Which of course is going to allow you to attract the relationship that you need, right? But for this month, it's definitely what I'm picking up on is definitely a lot of powerful, powerful energy, right? Feeling powerful. And this is a really good transition into the orchid here because sexual energy, right? So I don't know if you guys are going to be meeting the one, but you guys might be banging it out with somebody for sure, which is great, honestly, right? Who doesn't like sex? Except for, what do you call it? People that don't have sex. What are they called? People that, I forget. Shit. It starts with an A, right? I don't care. And panda bears, they don't have sex either. Alright guys, orchid, sexual energy, right? So there are multitudes of ways in which you can express your creative energies. Sexual energy is a reflection of your most primal creative life force. And this is a time to be as creative in as many ways as possible. Okay, so quite simply, this is definitely saying that you have a strong energy right inside of you. To me, I just intuitively pick up on that. This is going to be a very sexually charged month for you. You guys might be feeling somebody else sexually if you're in a twin flame relationship or something like that. It could just mean you're having a lot of sex, or it could just mean you have this very, very primal energy going on, and that you're going to be able to channel it. And the fact that this whole reading is talking about feeling empowered, feeling energized, feeling justice coming in, and feeling like you're going to be in a so much better space. To me, this is also just a bit of renewal as well into your sexual energy, right? So you're going to be reinvigorated and just energized on all levels, which is great. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, you guys are going to be like feeling like you're like superhuman, okay, which is great. And then we have wind changes coming, which is definitely what has been the theme here. Again, you guys coming into this huge change, a powerful change as well that allows you guys to feel like you're just in control of everything. So let me read this, okay? So new winds are blowing into your life, creating opportunities for you. You cannot fight the wind, so relax and allow it to bring into your life what you need and to sweep out of your life what you do not. It may be unsettling at first, but the winds of opportunity usually pass quickly and do not linger for great periods of time. Take advantage of them. So again, guys, huge changes coming in for you guys, especially with this justice. When it does come in, or if you're feeling it coming in right now, try to go with it as much as you can, because it is going to bring you a lot of opportunities. And I'll give you guys a small quick example, okay? Recently, my car was in the shop. It was a lot of money to fix, kind of a huge pain in the ass. But when the car was in the shop, I took a lift to the gym, and the Lyft driver or whatever, we started talking, and she mentioned like past lives or something, and being someone who's spiritually awakened, I was like, oh my god, she's talking about spiritual shit. And it turns out she was like completely awakened, and like we just started talking for like 35 minutes, way past the actual ride, how long it actually took. And we were just talking, and it was crazy. And it turns out that she's actually like a book publisher, and I love writing, and it's one of my goals in life to publish a book. And I have a bunch of short stories and poetry and websites. I have a website dedicated to all that stuff, which you can definitely check out. It's in my description box if you're interested. But I thought that was like really cool to meet somebody like that. Like that's kind of a cool synchronicity. Not only is she awakened and spiritual, but she's also somebody that would actually help me with my own career, my own creative pursuits. As well, additionally, she actually remembered me from back in March of this year, and I didn't remember her, but during that time I was talking about going to Ireland, or I'd actually already booked a plane ticket and even like moving there, though I did come back because I didn't actually, get all the stuff in order. I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was. But I ran into her again, just last week, and this is, again, at this point, things in my life seem to be forcing me out of where I currently live, and intuitively I feel drawn to Ireland, and I'm kind of like stuck between staying in California and moving to a different place. So to me, all of that was such a huge coincidence. I was like, Jesus, like that's crazy. It's synchronicity. And so that's kind of the opportunity I'm talking about. Is the change was, of course, my car is in the shop. That sucks. God damn it. But if my car hadn't been on the shop, I wouldn't have met that person, and I wouldn't have had this opportunity, right? So go with it. Sometimes negative things happen to let you have a positive thing. Same thing, heartbreak, right? That Three of Swords. And that's exactly why I'm telling you this story, because if you guys have experienced something painful, expect something really good to make up for it this month. Okay, guys? Justice is coming your way. Alright guys, so that was pile number 3. I hope it resonated. Please let me know if it did or it didn't. Okay, and I'm going to move on to pile number 4. Alright guys, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Alright, pile number 4. So this is for those of you who chose a penny. Okay, yes, America still does make pennies. It's unfortunate, but we're always backwards and we suck. So, whatever. So I'm going to be starting with the tarot. Okay, so again, this is what's happening for you in December, what you can expect. Okay, so first and foremost, we have the, I'm trying to read it in order here, we have the Hierophant, okay? So that's about, tradition, kind of about unlocking some hidden wisdom, asking for counsel, support, advice, always talks about spirit guides as well. We have the Ten of Swords, so endings, right? Feeling like you've just lost something hard, something that you've had to deal with. Okay, we then have the High Priestess. Okay, so definitely this is about connecting to your intuition, meditation, spiritual growth. And we then have the Hanged Man. Okay, so the transitional phases between what's going on for you guys, right? Okay, so then we have the psychic cards that I pulled for you guys. We have 4, which is discontent and boredom, right? Which I believe is like the 4 of cups. We then have 18. I don't know what this is. It's about the shadow. I don't know which card this is actually referring to, because these do have like kind of like traditional tarot meanings. It might be the devil. I'm not sure, but it's about the shadow. Okay, your shadow side. And then we have triumphant success, which is kind of like the Ace of Swords. Okay, and then for your nature speak oracle cards for little guidance from spirit and stuff, we have Lily, which is time of new birth. Okay, I'll read that at the end. And then Willow, which is the veils are parting, which I'm definitely going to probably relate to that High Priestess energy. And I'll read that as well. Okay, so as I have done for the last 3 readings, let me start with the psychic intuitive cards. Okay. So, for this month, 4, discontent and boredom. So, right off the bat, you guys might be feeling a little bit bored right now. Might be feeling like you want some kind of change. Probably makes sense with that hangman. You guys are just feeling like you're not really, like, into it. Like, there might be just, like, a lot of shit that you're dealing with. Might be feeling lethargic. Might be feeling, like, tired. And just, like, not really sure what it is that you want to do, what you want to go for. Again, and then because it's transitioning over into the shadow, you guys might be dealing with a lot of your shadow side right now. Doing things that you know aren't really good for you. Maybe taking, some bad habits have come to light. Maybe you guys are purging. Maybe you guys are just crying a lot, dealing with some stuff that's really difficult, right? And just like being in a kind of darker place. And of course, if you're in a darker place, it kind of makes you bored, discontent. Like you're just kind of like, shit, I don't know what to do. Like just feeling depressed, right? Could be that dark night of the soul energy, or just you're going through like a spiritual depression, or even just a mini dark night of the soul. But then after that, you have the Ace of Swords. So it seems like this month is coming to an end, right? You guys are gonna be having an epiphany and just feeling like, oh shit, like I can do this, right? That's kind of why you have the hand rising from the ground. It's like you guys might be feeling buried in your own emotions, the darkness. But look at that, the sword coming out towards the light, shining, cutting the darkness in two with this purple kind of negative energy and bringing in this light. So you guys are going to be feeling triumphant. You guys are going to get out of this energy. It's probably most likely going to be an epiphany that you have. So you guys are going to be realizing something quite profound this month. And you're going to be like, oh my God, that was the point. That's the truth. Oh my God, you know what? I'm sick of this shit. Forget this old version of me. I'm going to be this kind of person. So some epiphany you guys are going to be having. To me, this is definitely a strong indication that you guys are going to be letting go, or just finally being able to triumph over past failures or past lessons or your own emotional state of being right now. So you guys are going to be getting out of a negative energy, which is super great, okay? And I'll give you a small little example about this, discontent in the shadow side and stuff. So usually I'm not like a guy who usually just smokes weed. I've enjoyed it. It actually really, really helped me with my spiritual awakening. But I've outgrown it at this point, right? I've done more than I needed to with marijuana. It just doesn't really resonate with me anymore, and it's not really doing anything. But I'll be honest with you guys. Two weeks ago, for about a week, so I guess it ended a week ago, on everything, and I didn't even do videos, spiritual, anything. I was just kind of stuck in this discontent and boredom and dealing with my shadow side. But what I did for that basically week, for the end of November, really, I just smoked weed, ate chocolate. Like I ate a shit ton of food, like gross stuff. Like I mean, I had like I'm gonna be honest, I had a whole pecan pie at like 2 a.m, guys. Like I just fucking ate a whole pecan pie. Like I've never eaten a whole pecan pie in my life. All right, I don't even fucking eat pecan pie, but I ate the whole thing. And you know what? I felt really bad after because that was a lot of pie. That was a lot of pie, guys. It was fucking good though, but it was a lot of pie. And I was just fucking high out of my mind. I was getting really, really high too. Like I'm not even just talking like, oh, take one to relax. I mean, I was getting zooted. Like I was gone. I was thinking about all sorts of shit. I was like, oh my God, what if I was raped when I was 9? My mind was in such a dark place. My whole energy was, I was like, my diet, which I've struggled with in my life, which I've been trying to like fully let go of. That was going on, and then the weed thing I've been trying to let go of. So those two things, my shadow side was really coming out during that last couple weeks of November there, or at least definitely the last week. But then triumphant success, right? So this is something that's kind of even happened with me. I'm kind of out of that energy. But this is saying for you guys, if you pick this, if you are stuck in some type of depression, something really, really big is about to come into your life, like intellectually, and you're about to have an epiphany, and something great is about to change for you. So if you have been feeling down and out, bored, discontent, not sure about anything, remember that this is about to end, something great. So this period is about to end this month, okay? That's really, really great for you guys. And I think that's why you have the Ten of Swords up here in your tarot, which I'm now going to start with. Honestly, to be fair, the Ten of Swords I think actually came up first before the Hierophant, but I'm just going to read it. It doesn't really matter too much, though I like to read it more like a book or something like that. I think the actual order, I'm just going to put it in the order that I know that it was, just to fix it, so just bear with me. It started with the Ten of Swords, it was the Hierophant, it was the Hanged Man, and then it was the High Priestess. Okay, perfect. Alright, so let me read this. So the Ten of Swords is essentially all about death, kind of, but defeat. It's about a battle being lost. It's actually about a war being lost. The Five of Swords more about that battle, but... So something is ended in your life, right? Again, heavy, heavy energy. So you guys might be feeling very, very heavy right now, feeling like there's something that you're lacking, and yet you're just like very, very hard to get out of it because you're just pierced with all these swords representing this negative energy, right? But then we have the Hierophant. Okay, so a lot of you guys, with the Hierophant, this is about seeking out counsel, getting some type of guidance, but also about unlocking the key, right? The key to the wisdom, hidden wisdom, some knowledge that you guys need, the answer, essentially, to your problems represented in that triumphant success down here, that epiphany. And this is also about spirit guides, following your angels, following the signs of the universe, connecting, right? Because we have the Hangman after that, which is all about being in between a phase, right? Being kind of like just stuck a little bit, but it doesn't have to be too self-sacrificing. It's just about, like, you can't really do anything about a situation right now, so you're kind of forced to just wait for things to change, for them to take their natural conclusion, which they're going to do this month. And then the fact that you have the High Priestess after is definitely telling me two things. One, that it is your own meditation, your own connection to your own spirit and your guides, which is going to lead you to this triumphant success, to your own Ace of Swords energy, as well as that you guys are also going to be feeling more connected to spirit, right? So the Hierophant, again, you guys may be seeking out counsel from different places, different sources. Could be somebody in real life, could be friends, could be like a therapist, could be just other people, could be the internet, could be somebody like me or somebody on YouTube, right? But it also could be very, very strongly that I picked this up on, it could just be getting universal help, right, from your angels and your guides, because there is something very, very big coming in. So you guys might be feeling really, again, feeling shitty at this time, but your angels and your guides, like, this is completely destined, meaning that you have been meant to feel this way, because sometimes you have to go into the darkness quite a lot in order to be propelled forward into the light fully. Okay, so it's almost like your soul has chosen to pull back like a slingshot all the way into the darkness, so you can reach as farthest point as you go, essentially an apex of the darkness, where you finally crack and you go, fuck this, and then you shoot forward. And as you do that, in that process of that momentum shooting forward, that's when your epiphany occurs. That's when you realize what you're heading to, and that's when you realize what's about to happen and how powerful you really are. So again, you guys definitely feeling connected to Source, definitely feeling connected to your own higher self, but also definitely telling you to try and listen to your intuition during this time. If your intuition is telling you, hey, I know this seems really, really bad and this is shitty, but it's actually going to get better. Listen to that, okay? Listen to that feeling. Don't get lost inside the negativity of what you're currently experiencing, because things do end, okay? And so you can expect the situation to end, because the fact that it exists logically would prove that it doesn't have to exist as well, meaning that this isn't going to last forever. Okay? So finally, I'm going to read these cards. So again, first I'm going to start with Lily, Time of the New Birth. So let me find that flower corresponding. Oh boy. Alright. Alright, you are being noticed for your skills, your creativity, your efforts, and your spirit. You do not have to blow your own horn. Others have finally noticed, and now the doors are opening for you. Choose the opportunities that work best for you right now. Do not worry about losing those you do not choose. Opportunities are never lost. They will come back around someday. To me, this is really saying that if you do feel like you are in a negative space, or that you are kind of having a difficulty with things at this time, this is telling me that this again, is about to change. There's a new birth coming for you, and there is new opportunities coming your way. So don't ruminate about the ones that you've lost. Don't focus on the past. Focus on the future and take care of yourself in the present, because, guys, something very, very big is about to occur, and you are about to get out of this kind of depression, this dark night of the soul energy this month, okay? So something very, very profound is about to happen. New opportunities definitely coming your way, okay? And then Willow, the veils are parting, okay? This is definitely going to be very, very relevant for the High Priestess and the Hierophant, okay? So let me find this tree. Willow, I believe it's a tree. Alright, so wonderful opportunities are at hand to explore new realms and open to great teachings. Teachings, again, Hierophant, teacher. You have probably gotten away from your vision in life, but it is returning. Things which have been hidden or become obscured will become clear once more. Again, shadow, discontent, and boredom. Dream world veils are opening, stimulating lucid dream activities and conscious out-of-body experiences. Spirit is making itself more known, and you will begin to see that which has been hidden. Be flexible and open to new teachings, regardless of where they come from. Hierophant, new teachings. Okay, so you guys are going to be getting the information, externally or internally. The veils are parting for you, so pay attention to your dreams during this time. But again, this is a great time to connect to your intuition. So if you guys do feel like you're in some type of spiritual depression, focus as much as you can on connecting to yourself, so that way the quicker you can get out of it, and you'll be able to attract new situations in your life. And the more that you just have rituals, right? Try to get a ritual during this time. I have like a little like a, what do you call, like an altar, right? Like an angel altar thing in my my closet over there. It's got like a Buddha statue, a bunch of crystals, 6-pack of extra large condoms, you know, the usual. So that stuff's in there. But that's, you know, I'll go there like 5 minutes maybe. I should probably do it actually for longer, but definitely 5 minutes a day. I'll just like kind of do like a little kind of silent prayer type of thing. But just about connecting to myself and getting the answers, and also kind of being a little bit grateful for what I do have, which allows me to get some new stuff coming in. Okay, so you guys, there is an opportunity here to connect a lot to your spirit guides in the universe. So take advantage of that, because there is something big about to change for you guys, and you guys are definitely going to be getting out of this energy that you've been feeling this month. Okay, so that's really good. So again, I think I'm going to finish it up there. Yeah, it makes sense. But things are changing for you guys. You guys are going to be definitely entering into the light. All right. So that was pile number 4. Thank you guys for watching. And then again, all the information for like private readings and coaching and like all the other stuff that I offer is in the description box. I'll put the timestamps, but I won't have like the blue thing. So hopefully somebody will put that in there. And in which case I thank you in advance. All right, guys. But I hope you like it. Let me know if you did, and I will talk to you guys later. All right. Thanks so much.